The opinions in this podcast are all our own.
But the businesses are real chamber members.
It's a chamber chat.
Coming to you from Wahoo, Nebraska. Chamber Chat with Kate
And Kat.
Welcome to Chamber Chat with Kate
and Kat. I'm Catherine Nygren.
And I'm Kate DeCoste. This podcast is everything Wahoo Chamber of Commerce.
So, Kate, how many people do you think saw us try to attempt that selfie outside of City Hall last week?
I think a few. I did see some people kind of like their heads were turned as they drove by.
Driving past.
Yeah. Because we definitely took a little longer than most probably would for a selfie. Because we were
think so.
Trying to get that angle.
Trying to like tease where we were without giving it away.
Yes.
It was kind of hard.
Yes, it really was. And we were able to take a quick picture with Chief Joe and Remy. If you haven't seen the photo, go ahead and go over to our Facebook page. And so if you don't know who Remy is, you'll
have to look at the page. Well, it was super fun doing that Where in Wahoo World.
I love that. Now I'm like, ooh, where in the Wahoo world are Kate and Kat?
So I've started a list of other places I hope we can hit up this summer. So let's keep this going.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I think we can make this fun and maybe turn it into a little scavenger hunt.
Why not? Well, Kate, should we talk about this week's fun fact?
Sure, let's do it. In honor of the Saunders County Fair, did you know, Kat, that Saunders wasn't the original name for the county?
Oh, I did not know that Saunders wasn't the original name for the county.
I really didn't either.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, till the research happened.
Okay, tell me more.
So in 1856, the territorial legislature named it Calhoun County.
Calhoun County.
County. However, the name was not popular with the locals because there was a government surveyor of the same name that was suspected of corruption.
Okay. Well then.
Dun, dun, dun.
Good reason to change the name.
Yes. So in 1862, the territorial legislator changed the county's name to Saunders in honor of Governor Alvin Saunders.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed we had two different names. So
I wouldn't have either. And it's interesting because you're so used to Saunders County. It would be
Calhoun County.
Calhoun. Yeah. And I guess we wouldn't know anything different.
Uh-huh. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was very interesting.
You are welcome. So we got the fun fact in. What about the poll question this week?
Well, I also have a fair-themed poll question for you. So we've been doing a lot of talking about going to the Midway and all the rides.
Sure.
So do you prefer a thrill ride or a chill ride? So are you someone that likes the scrambler, more of a thrill ride, fast moving, or are you someone that likes the Ferris wheel and you can just relax and chill and look out on the Midway?
Sure. So as an adult, I'm going to go like right now, Kate, today, 2023, she's going to go for the chill ride.
The chill ride.
Yes.
2023 Kate is going to ride the Ferris wheel.
Yes. 1994 Kate would have totally been, going on that scrambler and wanting to go multiple times.
Oh geez.
But yeah, I'm done with that. That Kate has had her fun.
I like it.
And there's something, the Ferris wheel, there's just something about it. It's so
the view,
you can see, it is fun to be able to see like everybody, it's kind of fun to point like, oh, there's so-and-so and there's so-and-so. And yeah, and the views, it's just, it's
classic county fair.
It is. So yeah, I am going to say chill rides.
Okay.
What about you, Kat?
Well, my daughter Evie loves to go on the scrambler every year. I think she thinks it's like a tradition. So 2022 me went on the scrambler.
Did you?
But every year I go on it, I forget how intense it kind of is. So I'm going to vote Ferris wheel. I just want the chill vibes, I want the atmosphere, and none of the G-force.
Yeah.
So we have a little something special this week with the poll question, don't we?
We do. I'm very excited about
Yes.
this. So we had Linne in the studio today.
Linne Vavrina, the
Yes.
Saunders County Fair manager.
Yes. And she gave us some tickets to give away, which we thought that was just so nice of her. Kat, want to tell us a little bit about the tickets we have?
Yeah, so we've got 2 sets of tickets. So for people that answer our poll question, we will do a little drawing Friday at 5 p.m. And we've got 2 separate sets of tickets that we're going to give away. One of them is to the motorsports, the Saunders County Fair Motorsports, which includes entry to either the truck and tractor pool on Sunday, the 23rd, figure 8 races on Thursday, the 27th, or the demo derby on Friday, the 28th. So 1 pair of tickets will get you into the motorsports.
You can pick one of the 3.
Pick one of the 3.
Okay.
And then the other pair of tickets is for the concert night with Warren Zeters happening July 29th. So there is a pair of 2 tickets for the concert.
So fun. So it's definitely like if you're a concert goer, you have a chance. If you're one that likes to watch all the derby type stuff and tractor pulls, all that, you have a chance for those as well.
Absolutely. So go to our Facebook page and answer our poll question for a chance to win a pair of tickets.
All right. So while you are answering our poll question, we're going to go to our segment we call Mailbag Questions.
Cue the music.
Mailbag time. Open that bag.
Today's question is from Susan.
Hey there, Susan.
She has a 2-part question. So we'll start with the first one.
2 for today.
Yeah. With so many community members and their kids involved in 4-H, is the chamber also involved in the county fair?
Absolutely. We are planning an entry in the parade on Thursday, July 27th. We've got a great giveaway, and so we hope you wave at us as we go by.
Yeah. And then she also asked, are the office hours different during Fair Week?
Again, yes to that. Our office staff includes a 4-H mom and a fair board volunteer. So if you can imagine, their time is spent at the fairgrounds a lot that week. And so that week, you'll just want to leave a message on the phone or drop an email, and they will respond to you when they get back in the office.
Thank you so much for that question, Susan. If you have a question for us, please email us at wahooChamberChat@gmail.com or message our Facebook page.
Next up, we will talk with Linne Vavrina about the 2023 Saunders County Fair. All right, so today we are here with Linne Vavrina. She is the fair manager for the Saunders County Fair.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to come and talk to us, Linne.
Well, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
So, Linne, the fair is 6 days away?
Yeah, let's not talk about how close it's coming. No, it is. It's quickly approaching. Our actual fair dates start officially on July 23rd and run through Sunday, July 30th, but we also have the rodeo that the Saddle Club puts on that kind of kicks things off, and it kind of leads into the fair, and that's actually happening already this week on the July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So we're just days out from the start of all of this.
That's crazy that it's this time of year already.
Yeah, I know. It snuck up on all of us, just like it always seems to every year.
Absolutely.
So, Linne, how long have you been going to the county fair?
Gosh, well, I've been going with my family, since the time when I was just a little girl. I didn't actually show in 4-H or get involved with all of that, but I mean, I can remember back when I was in elementary school, we would come to the tractor and truck pulls all the time. That was always a family favorite.
Yeah.
I remember always going to like the Derby and the figure eights. I think those events are just timeless because they just,
Absolutely.
we always have those people that really want to see those events, and they continue to want to participate, and audiences that want to see that. And so, yeah, I would say not to have to bring up how old I am now, but let's just say it's been a good while that I've been attending the Saunders County Fair.
Nice. So what was your favorite thing as a kid attending the fair?
Of course, the carnival, the midway.
Yeah.
I think that's, every kid's just they wait for that. It's it's kind of the highlight of the summer. And there's just that atmosphere and that excitement that comes with really any county fair festival, whatever you want to call it, when you're talking, the midway and the rides and the games and the lights, and the food, always the food. And and I think that's just something that kids remember. It's just a memory that doesn't fade, and you remember it. And so I think definitely the midway and all of that, because you wait for that all summer. You want to wait and see your friends, and it's a place, to remember, going with your family. So I definitely remember that growing up.
Nice. And we have such a great midway too.
We really do.
With the Amusement Association running all the rides. And
yeah.
It's such a cool thing that's unique to Saunders County.
It's very unique. It's, and I don't know if everybody really realizes that it's, the Amusement Association is an organization here in Wahoo that actually they meet and they plan and they budget and they, they plan all year long. And, but they own those rides and they help organize everything from the maintenance to, I know right now they were getting them all sandblasted and painted ready for this fair. So that's really cool. But then everything from the shifts that they ask volunteers to step in and work and the ticketing and the promotion, they handle all of that. And it is a big part of the county fair. And so we are very fortunate to have them here in Wahoo and to have them work alongside of the Ag Society with the Saunders County Fair.
Yeah, and they definitely need help. I've been seeing that the volunteer shifts, you can do that online.
Yep.
And I've seen that on like the community board and on their on the fair page, on the amusement,
social media,
all of that. So if you want to sign up and help, it is fun. I've done games, I've done rides. I usually only do like the little kid rides. I get a little nervous with big rides, but I can do like the flying pigs? Yes, I've done, or no, elephants. Yes. The flying elephants. I've done that.
Motorcycles, boats.
Yeah. I can handle those.
Yeah. And it's only a 2-hour shift, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they break it down, cause everybody wants to go to the fair and spend time with their family. And I think it's always a little easier to get people to commit if they're not having to stand there for hours and hours. And so I think they make it very manageable for people to be able to step up for those 2-3 hours and help. There's a lot of companies and businesses coming down to support organizations and individuals, families. I mean, you name it. But yes, I think that any help, they're definitely not going to turn people away because it's a long week. It's, several days and there's a lot going on down there, and to be able to cover all of that, it takes a village. We'll say that.
Yes, it does. So since we're talking about now, we talked a little about back when you were a kid, and we're talking a little about now. So what's your favorite thing about the fair now?
Oh, well, I guess considering I've grown all up, of course, the wine and beer tasting is definitely one of my favorites because I can actually participate in that now. I think that's always just a really fun event. It brings a different audience. It kind of is one of those niche events where if you like wine and craft beer, then that's kind of your event. And of course, there's music going on, and it's just a really, I like to call it a pretty event too.
It is very
it's
pretty.
just a really cool setting with you can see the carnival lights in the background, and it's just kind of the epitome of a night at the county fair. So that's definitely probably one of my favorites. I also just really love the concert ever since the Ag Society, the Fair Board, brought the big concert on Saturday night and moved it back into the pit area where they have it now. It truly is like that concert under the stars. That's kind of how we promote it. And it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got that kind of, it's that outdoor atmosphere. it's you're not crammed into a little seat in an arena,
Right,
and it's just kind of
right.
that open air, just good old small town fun. And so I really am looking forward to the concert this year, especially.
Good.
Nice. So what's something that people may not know about, but should know about the fair?
I think we kind of already talked about the carnival and the amusement association, because not everybody knows that. I think that that's just something important that people should know if they don't, that you can take your kids down to a safe environment. And, I think you guys touched on it last week with your session that you guys did, that it's probably like your local banker or your insurance agent or your soccer coach working. And so that's just different. That's unique. So if that's not something that people realize, I think that they should come down and check that out, because that is just a really cool thing and we're very lucky to have. I guess something else is maybe that, I go back to that whole mentality of it takes a village. There are so many groups that work together to bring the county fair to what it is. Everybody from the Saunders County Ag Society or the Fair Board. There's the Amusement Association that we mentioned. The Saddle Club organizes and puts on the rodeo, which leads into the fair. You've got the 4-H and Extension Office that's handling all of the 4-H and the exhibits and all of that piece of things. And so there are a lot of groups that really have to come together, and a lot of moving parts and pieces that, it's not just, one group of volunteers. It's not just, as fair manager, I get to kind of oversee a lot of that and bring those groups together, but it's a lot of people collaborating to make it happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when is talking about all the things that are going on, and we have been talking about the carnival a lot. When is wristband night? Nights?
There's multiple nights. So wristband nights, there's one that's during the rodeo, which is on Saturday, July 22nd. That's the one that happens during the rodeo. And then the carnival, like the midway, doesn't open back up again in the evening until Tuesday evening. Okay. And that one would also be a wristband night, which is, it's kind of a nice start to, it's a Tuesday, not always a lot is typically going on, but there's going to be stuff going on at the fair. I'll tell you for sure, And then the last wristband night would be Saturday of the fair, which is the Saturday, the 29th of July. And so that would be a wristband night as well. And I mean, that people love wristband night. If you don't know what that is, it's basically come buy a wristband and let your kids just, go ride and play to their heart's content. It's, and it's probably the most cost effective. And I mean, the kids love it. I think the parents and the families love it. And so, I did want to mention with the carnival, since we're talking a lot about that, one of the first things that they're doing ever, to my knowledge, is they're going to open up and kind of have a little bit of a soft start on that Sunday of the fair, which is Sunday, July 23rd. Of course, it will be after the rodeo, and then that's kind of when the fair kicks off. We have the tractor and truck pull that day. The kiddie pedal pull is going to be happening at that afternoon. So the Amusement Association stepped up and said, let's try this for an afternoon daytime, just from 2 to 4 on that July 23rd. And they're just going to run some limited kiddie rides. Some limited food vendors will be there.
Nice.
But it's kind of the first daytime that, hours that we've seen for the carnival.
That's fun.
Times. Yeah. Just to kind of bring some people down there during a Sunday afternoon. And sometimes people can't make it in the evenings. And
right.
So especially if you do have young ones. So it'll be kind of cool to see how that goes over, this year, and something just completely new. And it didn't even make it on the schedule because we didn't even know if it was going to happen.
Okay.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yep.
All right.
So beyond the wristband days, what are some other need to know dates for the fair?
Of course the schedule is just jam-packed full. And so there's a lot going on all days and nights of the fair. I would say there's not really a lot of deadlines that people need to be, aware of. I will say the concert on Saturday, July 29th, we have Warren Zeters coming in with Spencer Crandall, and you can get tickets up until the day of, but I would just advise that people get them in advance because they are $10 cheaper now.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's an incentive.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I equate that to $10, that equals 2 beers, carry the one.
Yeah. Win-win.
Yes, exactly. So I feel like that's a good enough deal to just jump on. You can do it on your phone. You can go to the website. It just gives you the barcode. Of course, you can walk right up, 5 minutes before concert time and buy buy your tickets. We're not going to
Mhm.
tell you no, but I'll advise you save $10 and do it now. So,
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, is the concert, is there seating or is it standing only?
There's
or?
both actually. So there is some seating. People can bring in like their bag chairs or the blankets, and they
Oh.
kind of
Mhm.
section off the stage with some like rope in the middle that kind of just basically sections it in the middle, where on one side you have your blankets and bag chairs and your
Mhm.
seating, and then
Mhm.
on the other side you have your ones that want to get up to the stage. They want to
Get close.
stand and get close and be right up there, and otherwise it's kind of standing room only. There's a lot of area in the back around like the beer tents and the food vendors, and there's a lot of people just kind of standing and visiting and listening to music. So
Got it.
that's
got
what
it.
I meant
So
when I said it's not really like
Mhm.
it's structured, but it's not structured to where you have to sit in your seat and stay in your seat.
Right.
Kind of
Yeah.
like a choose your own concert
Yeah.
adventure.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
You want to be in the mosh pit? You can be in the
You
mosh
can,
pit.
yeah. I don't want to be in the mosh
Me
pit.
either. Me either. I'll be with the chair on the
Yes.
sidelines. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
So, Linne, can you tell us? I mean, just kind of because I feel like everyone thinks of food when they think of the fair.
Right.
Do you have a favorite fair food?
Oh my. I mean, we're always kind of changing it up with food vendors and the variety of food that we get, or the food vendors that are available to come to the fair. I would say for me, I am a sucker for a funnel cake.
Yes.
Ever since I was younger, that Bavarian funnel cake, I don't know what it is, can
Ooh.
take me back. But even just like you think epitome fair food, and you think things like nachos and things like
Mhm.
corn dogs and things like, this kind of simple stuff. And I would say that's probably my favorite, just because it is just so simple, and it just screams county fair,
Right.
But we do have a lot of food vendors that are going to be down there. Everybody from we've got food stands that are in the buildings that cater to those people that are indoors or watching like the livestock shows
Mhm.
or the exhibits. And then we have a lot of food trucks and food stands that are out that follow the midway schedule.
Okay.
And so you'll see a lot of different variety. And then of course there's even some groups that come down and they do fundraising, where they might have like a pancake feed or a breakfast booth, or I know the Boy Scouts do their midway stand. And then so
Mhm.
those groups are down there for a cause, trying to, raise some funds and also support the community. So we've got kind of a variety that come from all different areas.
Nice.
Nice.
Making me hungry.
Yeah.
Like, we're not quite, we're right in
That's
between
right,
lunch
between
and
the wine
supper.
tasting
Yeah.
and the corn dogs.
Well, do you have any other questions for Linne?
I don't. Is there anything else that you want to share with us? We haven't.
I
touched
don't think
on?
so. I think that, if you're looking for information, please always visit the Saunders County Fair website,
Mhm.
Facebook page, or I know that the Chamber's done an amazing job of getting the word out there for us also with the new app that you guys have been able to link up to our schedules, and makes it very convenient and easy to be able to find what's going on. So if you're looking for what's going on, you can visit any of those 3 places, and we've got all of that information out there. And it's trying to find a day when you can actually fit it all in, because there's just
Yes.
so much going on all the time, and you kind of have to pick and choose. And but it's sure to be a lot of fun, and I promise it won't disappoint. So come on down and check us out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing a little bit about the 2023 Saunders County Fair.
Yes,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. We hope to see you guys at the fair too.
So we had so much fun talking to Linne in studio, but there's so much going on
So much.
that we didn't even get to touch on, the 4-H Best Dressed Critter Contest.
Oh, that's always a fun time.
and so much more.
Oh yeah, that's just it's like a drop in the bucket of all the great things that happen during fair.
Right.
Speaking of 4-H, Kate, have you been in the exhibit hall lately?
I haven't, but I heard there's some new things.
Oh yes, they made some huge changes this year. Well, of course, the commercial building, we've talked about that. We had our chamber ribbon cutting there.
Right.
That is completely 100% redone.
Yeah, and it is so beautiful.
You won't even
inside.
recognize it.
No, you will not.
So instead of having the exhibits half and half like they did last year, they are just moving the food stand up to the commercial building, and the quilt exhibit will also be up there. So the entire exhibit hall can be for 4-H projects.
I love that, because I feel like they had to really squish in because you're just getting so many participants,
Enrollment
which
is
that's awesome.
Yes, like the enrollment's so high right now, and they just have so many things coming in.
I love it.
It's awesome. And so they've got but in that building there's also going to be the dairy women will be serving from the normal food counter window. So there'll be a little bit of food option, but there won't be any seating.
Got
they're
it.
taking all that room up for exhibits.
So if you want to sit and eat, you should go to the commercial / community. I think they're calling it the community building now, but we all know it as the commercial building.
Good old commercial building.
Yes, so there you can have a seat inside and eat.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
anything else?
I think that wraps it up.
I think so.
Get ready for a busy week next week.
Yeah, have fun at the fair. And as always, thank you for listening today. And don't forget
to keep it local, friends.
This has been a Chamber Chat
with Kate
and Kat.
See you next time. And that parade is on Thursday, July 27th. So when you see us, give us a wave back.
That's right. That's right. We've got some great stuff to toss your direction.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
I go, yeah. Yes. Because I was like, I'm not saying yes. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my gosh, I'm
One more
sorry.
time. One more time. Sorry, Susan.
Oh.